In this episode, we will visit Floyd and Harrison counties. The Ohio River Scenic Byway enters Floyd County on Indiana State Road 62 from Clark County. The Indiana General Assembly created Floyd County on January the 2nd, 1819, naming it for Colonel James John Floyd. The Assembly used portions of Clark and Harrison counties to form the new county, the second smallest in Indiana. The first known settler in the region that would become Floyd County was a man named Robert La Follette, who moved across the Ohio River from Kentucky with his new bride on the day after their November the 4th, 1804 wedding. He had selected a location for their home at the mouth of Knob Creek previously. Here, he and his bride set up camp and built a cabin. Floyd County officials used a tavern in New Albany as their courthouse until they decided to build a courthouse in 1824. A new two-story brick courthouse replaced this structure in 1865. Located on Spring and State Streets, the building housed both county and city offices. County officials had this courthouse razed in 1963. A bank now occupies the former courthouse site. The current courthouse, the first city-county building constructed that is still in use, is a few blocks away from the old courthouse. Culbertson's Mansion State Historic Site is a 20,000 square foot mansion with 28 rooms. It features hand-painted ceilings, a carved rosewood staircase, white marble fireplaces, and crystal chandeliers. The state of Indiana acquired the property in 1964 and declared it a state historic site in 1976. The state began renovations in 1980. The home had become neglected and needed extensive work to restore it to its original luster. It is now a state historic site open for the public to enjoy. Individuals or companies may rent the parlor for parties, receptions, or other events. The property is open to the public on Saturday and Sunday. During the week, it is available only for private tours. The Culbertson Mansion Historic Site is located at 914 East Main Street, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. It's located within the Mansion Road District in New Albany. The Mansion Road Historic District includes about 210 historic structures in an 89-acre tract located mostly along Main Street from State Street to 15th Street. It is approximately 1/2 mile from the river and is the oldest part of the city of New Albany. Most of the structures were constructed between 1850 and 1880, though some date from the 1820s. The collection of houses includes the Culbertson Mansion and the Scribner House. Continuing on, we come to Riverfront Park. Riverfront Park is on the southernmost park in a 7-mile system of parks and trails that link Clark and Floyd counties and 3 cities, Clarksville, Jeffersonville, and New Albany. The Ohio River Greenway Trail begins at the Big 4 Bridge in Jeffersonville and follows the river to this park. Hikers along the trail will have a panoramic view of the Sherman-Minton Bridge. The Riverfront Amphitheater is located on the north side of the trail in this park. The New Albany Riverfront Amphitheater is the center of action in New Albany Riverfront. This outdoor showplace accommodates up to 10,000 persons for activities ranging from bluegrass music shows and fireworks displays to rock concerts and visiting symphony orchestra performances. After encountering Indiana State Road 111 at its intersection with State Road 62 in New Albany, State Road 111 continues on through Floyd County to Harrison County. Early in the 19th century, a man named Edward Smith migrated into Corydon area at a spot in a valley near a spring near the current fairgrounds. Territorial Governor William Henry Harrison traveled through the area and stopped at Smith's cabin to rest. Harrison purchased a plot of ground at the junction of Big and Little Indian Creeks. Local lore says he planned to establish a town there and asked Smith's daughter to name it. She suggested a name from Harrison's favorite hymn, Pastoral Elegy. The first stanza of the hymn goes like this, quote, "What sorrowful sounds do I hear, move slowly along in the gale, how solemn they fall on my ear, as softly as they pass through the vale. Sweet Corydon's notes are all o'er, lonely he sleeps in the clay. His cheeks bloom with roses no more, since death called his spirit away." He used the name. He later sold his property to Harvey Heth, who was a surveyor. Heth planted Corydon in 1808. Members of the Pennington family began filtering into the area that would become Harrison County in 1792 near Lanesville. The famed frontiersman Daniel Boone and his brother Squire made frequent forays into the area, with Squire settling in Harrison County in 1806. He died in 1815, the year before Indiana became a state, and is buried near Corydon. The Indiana Territorial Assembly created Harrison County in 1808. It was the fourth county and the first Indiana county formed by the Indiana Territorial Legislature and not created by the governor. Harrison County originally contained land that is now parts of Crawford, Floyd, Washington, Jackson, Clark, Lawrence, Perry, Scott, and Orange counties. Harrison County was named in honor of William Henry Harrison, the first governor of Indiana Territory after the War of Independence was over and the Indiana Territory was formed. The Indiana Territorial Rudd Legislature contracted with Dennis Pennington to build the new territorial capital at Corydon. Pennington was a builder and prominent citizen of Corydon and served as Speaker of the House. He began construction of the building in either 1811 or 1812. The building would serve as the Harrison County Courthouse at first, then as a territorial capital when it moved to Corydon. When the legislature did move in 1813, they met in the building. The first Indiana General Assembly consisted of 29 representatives, 10 senators, and the lieutenant governor. They met in the building in November of 1816. Corydon remained the state capital until 1825, when it moved to the new city of Indianapolis on the White River in the center of the state. After the capital moved to Indianapolis, the building became the Harrison County Courthouse. Harrison County renovated the building in 1873, covering the stone floors with wood and closing the fireplaces. In 1917, the state of Indiana purchased the building with the intent of preserving it. Harrison County built the current courthouse in 1929, and the state took over the building. The state renovated the building to its original condition. You find the Corydon Capitol State Historic Site at 202 East Walnut Street, Corydon, Indiana, 47112, and you can call them at 812-738-4890. Next up is the Squire Boone Caverns. Daniel Boone and his brother Squire ventured into southern Indiana on various hunting trips in the 1780s. The brothers discovered the cave that now serves as Squire's grave. During one hunting trip, Squire hid in the cave to escape a band of Amerindian warriors. He returned to the area around 1804 to purchase the land that included the cave and lived on it the remainder of his life. He is interred in the cave. Squire Boone Caverns and Village preserves the legacy of Squire Boone with its restored pioneer village, grist mill, and cave that houses the grave of Squire Boone. For more information, contact Squire Boone Caverns, 100 Squire Boone Road, Mockport, Indiana, 47142. You can phone them at 812-732-4381. Prior to departing Harrison County, you will pass O'Bannon State Park. O'Bannon Woods State Park boasts a variety of activities. Formerly Wyandotte Woods State Recreation Area, the DNR changed the name to honor Governor Frank O'Bannon. The former Indiana governor family lives in the area and has been active in preserving local natural resources. Hikers will find over 11 miles of trails. Equestrians may ride the mounts over 80 miles of trails. Cave enthusiasts can explore the dark regions of Wyandotte Cave. This cave complex includes two separate cave systems, Seibert and the Big Cave. The Nature Center features a restored pioneer homestead. The campground contains 234 campsites. Picnic facilities scattered throughout the park feature 9 shelters. The Blue River provides access to the Ohio River and serves as a route for canoeists and other boaters. Or activities at O'Bannon State Park include camping, the Nature Center Interpretive Center, picnic and shelters, horse trails, picnic tables, fishing and boating, hiking trails, family aquatic center, hay press barn, 1830s pioneer homestead, Wyandotte Caves, O'Bannon Woods State Park. It can be found at 7234 Old Forest Road, Southwest, Corydon, Indiana, 47112. You can call them at 812-738-8232. The Hay Press Barn is located near the Hickory Hollow Nature Center. The hay press barn is a working replica of an 1830s hay press. During the summer months, oxen powered the hay press. The 1830s farmstead depicts life as it was when the area was first settled. The Nature Center has extensive exhibits and a bird viewing area. It also features a restored pioneer homestead. This homestead has an authentic 1850s hay press and an old mortise and tenon barn. This is a unique apparatus from the 19th century. The majestic Ohio River forms Indiana's entire southern border, creating a lovely subject for a road trip. Quaint river towns lie along its route, connected by the Ohio River Byway. The byway stretches from the Mississippi River in southwestern Illinois to the Ohio River's source in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This book mostly follows the Indiana route, though it deviates in places to back roads that border the river. The route covers 13 counties, which are among Indiana's oldest counties and contain some of the state's oldest cities and towns. Exploring the Ohio River can serve as your guide on a scenic and historic road trip along Indiana's southern border, the Great Ohio River. You can find the book on my website where you can purchase it direct from me. It is also available on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. It is also available at the Walnut Street Variety Shop on George Street in Bay